Hello. Slop. Yep, well, back to some slop, and today we're actually just going to be playing some CK3. You see, with the new CK3 update and DLC, there is a brand new time star. Wahoo! I'm just kidding. I am actually very excited to play because we've got some new historical characters that have actually been added. One of which being Saladin himself. Finally, you can go ahead and give him a play. The Sauna of Rum is actually around, and we have the Turkmen culture just appearing. I'm sure they won't get very far, right? We've actually got Frederick Barbarossa himself as well. Glad they actually have his nickname in too. One of the characters I'd like to give a go today is actually over here in England. Well, not really England. Do believe in a little county over here, we have a character known as Prince Richard. Prince Richard, who, if you can't tell by this little lion icon over here, yes, it's Richard the Lionheart, who would go on to become King of England and a bit of a heroic figure in both English and French history. As we stand right now, though, we are not actually the heir to the Kingdom of England. That would be our brother Henry II the Young. Henry would actually go on to die, I believe, leading a revolt and pooping himself to death. Yep, that's kind of how you went back in the day. You just, you revolted and then you pooped yourself to death. But he'd go ahead, kick the bucket. Literally, he probably fell into that bucket as he was going, and that would put us, Richard, in charge of England after, well, you know, our father stopped being a thing. But this all happened over around a 10-year period, something we don't have time to wait around for. We could actually just go off our brother right now, actually, if we wanted to, or we can take Richard on a different path, because being a count, we can go ahead and just decide that this whole life isn't for us and become an adventurer. All our landed titles and vassals will pass to Henry of Maine, and you will establish a adventurer camp, become a voluntary adventurer, which I'm going to do. So Richard is probably most famous for his exploits during the Third Crusade after the fall of Jerusalem to Saladin. Crusade that really didn't go too well, and Jerusalem was not recaptured. But maybe in our adventuring lifestyle, we can make that a different reality today. Yeah, but standing up to Saladin is going to be a little bit difficult. We're going to have to do a lot of building to be able to take this guy down and maybe give him a kiss on the cheek. So first off, we're going to need to make some money. Make some money to make an army, and we're going to need one hell of an army. Been a mere moment and I am already dying of the cough. You know, cough has been conquered. For a grand tournament afoot. Okay, we've already competed in the jousting and we did not win, but we are going to move on into the dueling, the melee, and the archery, which we should have a pretty good chance of winning. Immediately, old John of Ulster, who actually knocked me out of the jousting, is trying to bribe me to actually let him win. I don't think so. We have beat the little coward himself, and we move on to the next round. Another victory, and now the final against Count Adam of Touraine, which he has a much lower prowess than I currently do. So surely we should win this, right? I'm gonna slip up a banana peel and lose. No, we have won, and we have won the entire event. Nice. That is a whole bunch of prestige, a little bit of gold, some renown, stuff like that. But we should get a prize at the end at the closing ceremonies too. Once again, I meet up against old John of Ulster. He is the other team captain. Once again, we have left him quite literally in the dirt. Okay, last up we have archery. I don't really have any aptitude in archery, so we'll see if we can get it up a little bit here. Oh, I did not get my aptitude up at all. This arrow is going straight into someone's butt. Literally into a butt. Okay, well, I guess the least I could do is give this guy 15 gold. Sorry for your loss. No, why do they let me get this bow away from this man? Poor archery skills are gonna pop me out of pocket. I mean, in a way, sure, I didn't win the archery contest, but I am a great archer as I did manage to hit 2 people. And there we go, we got our 2 prizes for the events we did win. We got prize armor and a prize axe. I also just got all this random stuff as well. Well, Jerusalem has already fallen. The kingdom is still around, but it has moved up here, and the leper is still in control somehow. That reminds me, I really need to rewatch Kingdom of Heaven at some point. My brother has denounced me, which, you know what, I'm just surprised you're still alive. As such, I clearly have no choice but to create my own branch of the family. There we go, now we're way cooler. I'm gonna go ahead and challenge him now for his katana. And we won! Perfect! Now I'm gonna go ahead and sell this thing. The Pope has called on a crusade now for Jerusalem. I don't think we're really gonna win this, but we're gonna join anyway. Apparently, we're instead gonna go ahead and crusade the Byzantines. Oh boys, we're gonna go ahead and crusade to the Byzantine Empire. Yeah, unsurprisingly, they didn't do too well against the Byzantine. I mean, I tried to help, but my army's not exactly, ready yet. Oh, and, here come the Mongols. Just doing a mercenary contract. Pope's not taking it too well. Oh, it's safe to say my brother's kingdom hasn't been doing too well in my absence, and in fact, it's now ruled by my sister, who's a lesbianism. Her husband also died of smallpox too, huh? Quite literally got a hyper war between the Mongol Empire and Tartaria right now. I don't know who's gonna come out on top, but I reckon it might be the Mongols. Okay, well, we have managed to make it to the ripe age of 62. And it's safe to say we're not feeling great. As such, I think it's time we stop gallivanting around the world and decide to actually settle down. Now, we do have a really cool little son. He's just as good as we were when we started, maybe even better given time. You know, if we're gonna go ahead and settle down, we might as well do it a little bit spitefully. I guess we could turn up in England and reclaim the throne, or we could just go ahead and take the kingdom right next to them. I mean, they're also technically helping me, but, you know, family matters, eh? And we have captured the French queen, and we shall now declare ourselves the new king of France. The kingdom is officially mine. Not all of it, though. Just, missing a few pieces. Never mind, my game just crashed. That was great. Back to the autosave. There we go. Back to France, where I now actually got everything. Okay, I don't understand what's going on with the beast here. Oh wait, no, I didn't get Normandy. I should probably, you know, just quickly pop it. Lord, we're immediately into a faction war, and of course, I just can't stop dancing. Yep, the holy fire has taken me, and I'm not doing too well. Somehow I made it through that. I don't know how he keeps surviving. There he goes. He actually lived, I think, 26 or 7 years longer than he did IRL. So that is definitely a good tale for King Richard, the Wolf Slayer. I do find it kind of poetic, you know. In real life, it was Richard the Lionheart to Richard the Wolf Slayer. You know, it's kind of funny. Now, our son is King Maurice the Brave, which, again, is really quite funny. But I think in our inheritance, we shall actually go with King Richard II. One thing I think we need to do to cement our rule over France is obviously well, we need to rule the rest of France. I've been waiting for my stupid aunt to die, the Queen of England, but somehow she's hanging on. As such, I feel we're going to have to do this the hard way. My aunt has died, and she's been replaced with a Bavarian man. Yeah, go now, that is almost all of France. I do kind of feel a bit weird now that, you know, England is ruled by a German, and we've just we're ruling France. Okay, I got an idea. There you go. New England. We're like England, but new. Not to be confused with any other New England. I mean, we're not even English. I think we're still Norman. Man, I am slightly disappointed that we never really got a chance to run over to the Middle East there, because they just exploded pretty quickly. It also looks like Jerusalem got their stuff back together, and they're now led by this big fat guy called King Baldwin the Bully. Man, they got quite the troops, so 19,000. In all fairness, we are in 1230, so, you know, the numbers do get inflated quite a lot. Oh, and I guess the Mongols beat the Tartars. At least they've torn them asunder. Yeah, but yeah, if you can't tell by now, I really love this DLC. I think it's one of the best DLCs in general for any game ever released. It is that good. I'm sure if you've ever watched any of my CK3 or Mega campaigns before, you know that I really like playing the small little guy and coming up to a greater story. So I've had a really good time. Oh, Crusade for the Kingdom of Egypt. I just had to say it out loud. I mean, I can't say no. New England shall join the cause. I have noticed all my fellow Crusaders are over here, and I'm over here. Nobody's coming to help me here. In fact, they're taking that 100k stack and running into the desert. Yeah, I hate the damn AI when it comes to big wars. Guys, please, you don't have to do this. Oh, no, I guess they're going down to Sudan. Okay. Well, guys, their army's up there. Yeah, they finally got their act together. We smashed all their armies, and now we have Egypt under our sister's rule. Also, apparently, I got called into something with the Byzantines as they are fighting the Mongols. Apparently winning, which is pretty surprising. Oh, and the war's invalidated anyway because the Mongols have exploded. Well, I think that's as good as any place to end. The Mongols are gone. Egypt has been conquered by Richard II, the Brave of New England. Yes, from our humble gallivanting ways of King Richard the Wolfslayer, we've led up ourselves to officially now an empire. I did form Francia, and of course, renamed it. But look how beautiful and powerful we are. It is definitely a very fun way to play, and again, just makes me super excited to play the mega campaign this year. Now, if you want to see me play any other interesting historical figures, let me know down below, because there are quite a few I still want to check out. Or, you just want to watch me play more random games on the old Slop channel, feel free, and just let me know in the comments down below, because, it's very chill just to play a game. Not really do anything too weird with it, but yeah, hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.